I bring an urgent message from Rhea Opacarius, Chief Oracle of the Twilight Queen Azura. Best discuss that with Rhea. Too many eyes and ears here. She awaits you in the Cloudy Dregs Inn in Wayrest.
Ah, right on time. I'm joking, of course. Honestly, I feared you wouldn't come. Divination and prophecy yield few certainties. Still, this vision was clearer than most. You and I, this room, the scent of ale and wood smoke. Yes, this was meant to be. I'm afraid it's not as easy as that. I see a tangle of futures, a swirling mass of action and consequence. Every now and again, though, a specific moment strikes like a thunderbolt. Moments like this. Some dark entity stalks the oracles of Azura. Yes, servants of the Twilight Queen. My friends and I decipher visions of the future for other votaries of Azura. Unfortunately, something is abducting us one by one. Bring this crystal to Pariah Abbey. Our Rose Mother will tell you the rest. I do hope you'll hurry to Pariah Abbey. I see the other oracles, my friends, languishing in chains. A prison that hurtles through space and time, filled with daedra and choking steam. Oh, gives me vertigo just thinking about it. All the time. Makes dinner dates interesting, I can tell you. One moment we're speaking about the consistency of the soup. The next, I'm fumbling with my spoon, rambling about talking candlesticks and trees made of blood. Ha! Haven't you a cheek? If you must know, it goes poorly. As I'm sure you can guess, the gentlemen rarely call on me a second time. I'm not sure. My parents thought me mad, abandoned me on the streets of Wayrest at the tender age of 8. Mercifully, the abbot of Pariah Abbey discovered my gifts and introduced me to the Twilight Queen. I achieved clarity. I have Azura to thank. 2. Khanzin and Musha, both powerful soothsayers in their own right. Khanzin vanished a week ago, pruning his sugar canes. His fellow votaries told me that he showed no signs of distress. He simply walked out into the field and never came back. Musha, an Argonian, disappeared just 2 days ago. He tends Azura's shrine in Blackmarsh. It's a quiet affair with a simple shrine and very few acolytes. He went out to light votary candles near the shrine and never returned. Beyond certain. I heard their cries. Still hear them, in fact. These abductions stink of Daedric plotting. Rival princes conspire against my lady constantly. One of them seeks to blind her by snatching up her oracles. Perhaps more than one. Because you're anointed by fate, or something close to fate, I stopped arguing the specifics years ago. The Queen of Dawn and Dusk needs your help. Trust me, Azura's desires are hard to miss. She is insistent. She'll speak to you, believe me.
Rejoice, mortal. You stand in the presence of beauty and terror, between pale light and long shadows. I am Azura, Queen of Dawn and Dusk. You served me before, cleansing my shrine near the Weeping Giant. Now, the time has come to serve me again. She speaks the truth. The halls of Oblivion fill with whispers. Collusion, conspiracy. I believe some of my fellow princes seek to blind me. They know how much I treasure my servants. They would steal what I hold most dear. I cannot. The prince's compact with Sotha Seal binds my hands. You must be the vessel of my wrath. I sense my oracles, adrift in the void, imprisoned in pockets of oblivion, hidden dimensions, only accessible through Nirn. You will rescue them. My enemy servants likely use void keys, powerful charms capable of tearing small holes in the veil of oblivion. They require Daedric essence to function. Slay any Daedra you find and claim their essence. A charged void key will open any pocket. Daedra cannot be killed, only banished. When you strike a mortal blow, their essence returns to oblivion. The crystal Rhea gave you captures that essence before it escapes. A prison of sorts. Defeat any Daedra, and the crystal will do the rest. Long ago, my vulgar peer, Molag Bal, manifested himself in the town of Vvardenfell and destroyed it utterly. In response, the Dark Elf Magus Sotha Seal gathered 8 of the most powerful princes to a summit in Cold Harbor. The Tribune persuaded us, through a private bargain, to cease meddling in mortal affairs directly. An amusing request from someone who fancies himself a god. Now, we exert our will through intermediaries. In truth, I prefer it this way. Many more. But the princes bound by the Cold Harbor Compact stand above their lesser kith. None can match my beauty, or Molag Bal's horrors. Dagon makes an art of destruction. On it goes. Of course, outward weakness often shrouds hidden power. Such matters are better left undiscussed. Perhaps you can ask Sothaseel about it. If you can find him, of course. While you hunt Daedra and gather their essence, my ward Rhea will conjure up visions. Yes, of her friend's suffering. Such visions might grant her a glimpse of where the other oracles are hidden. There will be pain, undoubtedly, but she possesses a rare and terrible gift. True insight requires sacrifice.
Azura's champion returns! I saw you in my visions. You stood atop a mound of corpses, destroying Daedra by the hundreds. It was cathartic. That sounds horrible. Let's just say it was a welcome distraction from what else I've seen. At long last, yes. I gazed through an ocean of screams, and, well, I won't frighten you with the particulars. Suffice it to say that I saw many terrible things, but I think I've located the other oracles. My first visions were of... Wait. What's that?
By Azura's grace, this one is free! Thank you. This one gazed into the void and saw a terrible vision walker. A great beast, with 3 heads upon a single neck. Kanzin must know more. You will find this one at Pariah Abbey, yes? Please, hurry!
Freedom at last. I don't know how much longer I could have survived. I saw such horrors, both waking and dreaming. Golden coins, the color of pitch. Nirn draped in cold silk. What could it mean? Meet me back at Pariah Abbey, friend. We must learn more.
You found my note. Thank the rose. And you, of course. I caught a glimpse of our enemies while I hurtled through oblivion. They lurk in a ruin deep within a swamp. The face of a lizard looms above them. When the others are safe, we should seek my lady's counsel. Hurry back to Pariah Abbey.
Explain once more why running was the best idea. Does it matter? If we can't light a simple fire, we may as well head back.
Thank you. You have my thanks.
The flock returns to the shepherd. You have earned my favor, mortal, but the task is not yet finished. These craven fools that have cost my children must suffer. I trust that Rhea's visions revealed their location. Such a place exists in Shadowfen, west of an encampment called Halai. Look for a great serpent's head carved out of stone. Our enemies lurk in the caves beneath it. Go there and slaughter these beasts. My oracles will join you soon. Long ago, my vulgar peer, Molag Bal, manifested himself in the town of Vvardenfell and destroyed it utterly. In response, the dark elf Magus Sothesio gathered 8 of the most powerful princes to a summit in Cold Harbor. The Tribune persuaded us, through a private bargain, to cease meddling in mortal affairs directly. An amusing request from someone who fancies himself a god. Now, we exert our will through intermediaries. In truth, I prefer it this way.
You found it. This is definitely the place from my vision. What did you find there? A journal? Ah, I see now. To decipher the future, we have to know the past. This is it. Seems this Tommy Bones fellow was duped by a Daedra named Azera. I've seen her before, lurking in the shadows of my visions, just out of focus. She must have put a hex on these gifts. Cursed treasures, the bane of all thieves. Dezera must lead this wretched band of conspirators. The abductions, the Void Keys, the dead bandits, all her design. We know who she is. Now it's just a matter of finding her. Perhaps we can bait her. Reacquiring these gifts might do the trick. Tamriel doesn't suffer curses like this for long. Daedric hexes are too unstable. Nirn rejects them. Putting all 3 items in one place will shake the veil like moths in a spider web. With any luck, Dezera will come to investigate. Kanzan, Musha, and I will gather here to prepare a gazing rite, a collaborative vision. If you manage to lure Dezera out, we might catch a glimpse of what or who is driving her. Gathering up my gifts for me. Come along, beautiful. I want to repay you. Personally. Don't hold back, lover. More! Oh yes, give me more. Ooh, aren't you a lovely one? I can't wait to hear you scream. Part the gloaming fog. Gaze deep beyond the twilight and perceive.
I see an island, a mountain of rage and
A
ashes.
great heart, pushing fire as blood. A source of power, cloaked in secrets.
A city of oil and bronze. A shrine to vanity, driven by clockworks. And there's more. A gathering of princes. 3 faces shrouded. All of Nirn drown in blood. Enough! Enough!
Rejoice, champion. You speak now to Azura, Queen of Dusk and Dawn. I glorify her body and make a vessel of her mind. Do not trouble yourself. She will return in time. Your true concern is these visions. My oracles perceive a holocaust, child. A Daedric storm the likes of which your mortal world has never seen. We wait and listen. Patience. A difficult concept for mortals, I know. Such short, beautiful, brutish lives you lead. For now, Dizera lies dead and my oracles breathe free air. That should be enough for you. Rhea sees but a sliver of what's to come. Even now, princes unbound by Sothas'il's compact move against Nirn. I retire to Moonshadow to prepare. We'll meet again soon, in a distant land. Perhaps sooner than you'd like. Until then, walk in twilight.
What was that? Oh my. Was that? Did the Twilight Lady claim my mind? What an honor. What a profoundly disorienting honor. Very little. The Queen of Dawn and Dusk rarely talks about it. I know that the Dark Elf Tribune, Sothas'il, summoned 8 Daedric princes to a summit in Cold Harbor. They argued for months, but eventually gave in to Sothasil's demands. The princes agreed to stop meddling in mortal affairs. Directly, I mean. Princes bound by the compact can't manifest in physical form here on Nirn. They can still push pieces around the board through intermediaries, though. Agents like you and me. You are now. Just be careful. The Twilight Lady has a deep well of love in her heart, but it's a dark, tempestuous love. Love like hers has to be respected. Never, ever forget that. Your life depends on it. It wasn't Dizera, I can tell you that. She was a formidable adversary, no question. But a plot of this scope? Mounting an attack on a Daedric prince directly? No lesser Daedra would do that alone. If Azura thinks it's so, it is so. Truthfully, I think it might be more than one. Only a prince would strike another prince. If this plot does go that high, we could be looking at another plane meld, or something even worse. Rose, help us. The last part of our vision, the gathering of princes. Something deep and terrible lurks in that imagery. Time for a trip to the library, or several libraries. I'm sure you'll have your hands full in the meantime. Your spirit appertains to our vision somehow. The island, the fire and ash, the clockworks and steam. You're planted like a tree, right in the middle of it, all of it. Hard to tell. The future grows murkier by the minute. Perhaps that's a good thing. Or perhaps it's a very, very bad thing. Only time will tell, I guess. I know one thing for certain, though. Your fate intertwines with that of Azura. Undoubtedly. And sooner than you think. Just remember, love and envy are two sides of the same coin. Like dawn and dusk. Only a subtle difference keeps them apart.